Non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, so after we sing. Zero holders, so after we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible idiots, the living the dream. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
Yo, Mega GMs, guys. Happy what the fuck is today? August 24th. It's Sunday. There we go. Boom. Dude, I'm in like a fucking like a time warp kind of deal. I don't know. Good morning, boys. Edge, good morning, dude. Carbon, good morning. China GM, sir. Christian Jensen GMs, Drop King, good morning. I'm a little like, what? I don't even fucking know. I don't think I'm live anywhere else quite yet. I don't know if I'm going to do the spaces either, man. God damn, this space is so boring right now, right? I'm not alone with that, right? Like, tell me I'm not alone there. There's people out there, like, look, people are pretty darn excited about some new, like, fantasy football platform. Cool. I like that. That's one of the few things we got, like, good, like, really good, strong product market fit. Like, go, like, NBA Top Shot kind of, Sorare, hell, I think there's been a couple others, right? This new thing we'll talk about a little today. Cool. Not for me, but cool. I'm sorry. I'm bored to death with this space right now. Virtuals is fun-ish. No, it's fun. It's fun. But dude, we need something. We need something, dude. There's very little keeping my attention here right now. Mufasa, good morning. It's probably the biggest reason I'm excited about the Clarity Act, honestly. It's not for like the institutional stuff. Well, no, I mean, it is that, but it's like, I think when we get like some, like that regulatory clarity is when I think people come and have fun building cool shit again. And even if we didn't really build cool shit last time, we pretended like we did, and it was fun. It's fun. It's not fun right now, man. It's not fun. Like, I like all these projects and the builders and the people. Like, that's not it. But it's like, man, are we having fun, like, getting into, like, protocol, game theory shit? And, yeah, like, dude, Luca's the most hypey thing out there, Carbon. What is it about NFTs and, like, building a brand around that that's so much more exciting than, like, fungible tokens around these, again, protocol things? It's totally different. Like, the vibe-wise totally different. There's nothing that's getting, like, there's nothing with that electric feel. There's nothing getting me excited. It's not a good thing. It's not a good mix for me because I need that stimulation. Like, I fucking need it. I need something that gets me, like, feeling like we're, like, the cutting edge of something. And we've got, like, our little secret nobody knows about. And, oh my God, this is a thing that people will hear about. I don't have that feel with, like, anything right now. Nothing. And I'm having fun-ish in memecoins, the one I'm in. I love the Capy thing. But, dude, nothing's doing it for me. I can't wait. I can't wait till these builders come. They are coming. I'm sure of that. I got to grab my coffee real quick. Dude, Katz, good morning, buddy. I owe you a reply. I know. God, it's been crazy. I know I heard you with confusion, too. Like, IRL is crazy right now. Dude, did you guys see the Rampage Jackson shit? His son? We're going to look at that. If you don't like violence, you're not going to want to look at this thing. It's brutal. Absolutely fucking brutal. Actually, we might even start off with that. But let me think real quick. I'm gonna grab my coffee. My daughter's so embarrassed that she was on the stream yesterday. Katz, I think you missed that. And her face wasn't on it, right? But my daughter was on the stream yesterday, didn't realize we were live. She pulled down my green screen. It's so funny, dude. And I officially have an obese cat. Officially. We'll see if we can get him as a guest on the show today. My cat's officially obese. Which I kind of knew. He's a thick boy. All right. I actually do want to listen to the Jerome Powell speech from Friday because rate cuts, I think this space for the next 3-ish weeks. I got to look and see when the next Fed meeting is. But for the next 2-3-ish weeks, we're going to live and die by rate cuts in September. And unless we get some much stronger signal of what way it's going, nothing's gonna run. As in we don't have a catalyst until that. And so I want to listen to that speech, see if we can get a feel for what way Powell really is leaning. The markets don't think we're getting a cut. At least those 17. Thank you, Christian. So yeah, we got 3 weeks of just exactly what's going on now. Now, in the meantime, maybe we get some movement with the Clarity Act. But again, until that, it's a 75% chance is what the market thinks of rate cuts. It keeps falling. It was as high as 93%. And then after those meeting notes came out, it dropped to like 85. I think even like 82, 83. Now down to 75% chance that we get rate cuts in September, which isn't great. What's interesting is like Farouk saying like risk on. It's interesting because look, like it's starting to basically be priced in that we don't have rate cuts. And this is where you can actually make some money if you get a little risky here. That's how I read it. Because if we get those rate cuts, man, we absolutely send. But again, we're weeks off. And so I just think I have this boring feeling. You know what kind of gets me in this mood too? When I look forward to the newsletter that I'm writing Monday, and I'm like, I have very little to talk about. And I'm just thinking and thinking. I'm like, what do we got that's like exciting? And I got nothing. Rocky, good morning. All right, let me grab my coffee. I should have done that. Whatever. I'll leave you here real quick with CoinGecko. Dude, I would put up that beating video. I would put up the Rampage Jackson kid. I think his name's Raja. I would put that up, but I want to watch it with you. That's fucking that kid needs to be locked up. You guys see that yet? You guys see that video? That kid needs to be in jail. Like brutal. Yeah, why don't we start the morning with that, with some Sunday morning violence? How about that? Let's do that. All right, let me grab my coffee. I'll be back in 30 seconds here. That was kind of quick. I think I'm getting sick, dudes. Like I crashed it. Like I went to bed. I didn't mean to go to bed so early, but I went upstairs at like 7 because like my girls were down here going crazy and they were having fun. And they had a friend over. They were just being like pretty fucking wild. And I just like wanted to get away from the chaos. So I went upstairs. I watched Peacemaker. I don't know how I feel about that show, by the way. But dude, I was like asleep by like 8:30, maybe even like 8. Dude, I don't like that. And then I woke up tired. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think I'm depressed. No, it's not that. I'm just so bored, dude. I'm so bored. I don't know. I think I need another hobby outside of crypto. Or I think I need to start doing drugs again. Real talk. I think I do. I think a good trip would do wonders here. All right, anyway, here we go. Bitcoin. 114K, ETH 46. Look at ETH holding up so damn well. I do want to look at ETFs. And I do want to look at the NFT market here. Carbon, that's legit it. That was it. Like treadmill isn't doing it for me enough. I need to start lifting again. And I did. I had a few months of lifting until I fucked my back up because I'll go lift when it's minus 20 out and I lift out in the garage, right? Like, and I fucked my back up and it took me out of it for like 6 weeks and I didn't get back in. I do need to start lifting. Hard workouts does the trick for sure. So yeah, I got up at 3 a.m. and I went on the treadmill and I did that, but it's not enough. Like I need something hard. One day I've got some like stories to share. I think one day I've got some pretty fucking crazy stories because I need to like, boy, I don't even know how to say it. Um, yeah, I need a challenge. Yeah. We'll just put it that way, and I'll put myself in a challenging spot, and I think I need that. Yeah, dude. I was thinking of doing some kettlebells. So yeah, but hard workout sounds like, dude, it sounds like exactly what I need. ETH looks fucking great. Looks great. It's gonna get wild here pretty soon for ETH. Ripple looks great too. Over $3 here. Solana over 200. I mean, the whole market is set up to. I mean, fuck. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, well, the only thing that's really struggling, and not even that much, but Bitcoin. It's looking like alt season. Anybody know what our what is it that Bitcoin to ETH ratio is? It seems like it's alt season here. It does. Which is awesome. Hang on. Is abstract not working? I probably should fire up spaces too. I don't know how long we're going to do today. Dude, the abstract streaming has been garbage, dude. Oops. There we go. Quick peek at ETFs. Yeah, let's find that. Dude, I'm so excited for this coffee at the very least. I also do need to quit nicotine. I need to, for sure. I think I've been doing way too much of that. All right. Dude, I didn't realize last week was so bad. Actually, 6-day streak of outflows in the Bitcoin ETFs. Wow. Friday different. Friday 23 mil in outflows. Just a little different. Oh, on ETH. Okay. I'm sorry, on TradingView. So, guys, does that correlate when when people were throwing out the number 69, like earlier in the year, that was like kind of the peak, right? Bitcoin to ETH or whatever. Would that be like 0.069? Is that what it was? Yeah, anyway, yeah, it has not been a great week for let's just say the Bitcoin ETFs, but ETH is a different story. How fucking wild is this? It's one of those things like I think I had to assume this would happen. ETH outperforming Bitcoin, but it's we had so many months of just ETH doing nothing compared to Bitcoin ETFs, and total different story now. Look at that. Thursday, 287 mil in inflows. Friday, 337 mil. Crazy numbers, man. Crazy numbers. Good morning, English. So ETH looking pretty great, like pretty fucking fantastic. And then let's peek at Solana, who actually Friday was positive as well. Alt season, huh? I like it. All right, want to peek at Capy? Have not looked today. I'm blown away by the socials over on that Capy account. Those tweets, man, those tweets are getting so much action. It's pretty crazy. Hang on, what's Fuckcoin at? I haven't peeked at Fuckcoin in a minute too because I sold, but I wish I were back in. Actually, I want to look at unstable coin. I want to look at Light, Capy, Yeezy. Yeah, let me just peek at a few of these that I like. How's that WeChat one too? Let's see. I don't dare look at Swarm right now. Fuckcoin 2.5 mil. Okay. I'm probably going to get back into Fuckcoin at some point. Wow, unstable. Back up to 33 mil. This fell to like almost 20 mil. Dude, I wanted to buy back in there too. I really like this one. I think this meme's going to... this to me looks like one of those $100 million memes too. It really does. It really does. Actually, this got to 18 to 17 mil? Wow. Dude, I love that one. Yeah, September, the worst performing month. Bitcoin's worst month. Historically, 10 of the past 15 years, it's been a real shit month. A real shit month. There's Light. How's Capy? Capy 2.6, not bad. Not bad. You know, like, of course, I know a lot of, well, some people bought in here yesterday. Of course, I wish everybody who bought in yesterday was up. But not bad, not bad. 2.6, not bad. It does not take much for this coin to move. Yeah, yeah. Looking pretty awesome. I gotta show that account though. Yeezy coin, 670 mil. And then what? This is that WeChat Doge. Kind of surprised by this one too. That it's as low as it is, to be honest. And then I gotta point out too, cats I saw, dude. I was looking at them the past few days because I think it's pretty clear. You tell me if I'm wrong, man. You tell me if I'm wrong. That feels like the direction Vader's going, right? Would you make a bet that Vader's doing what AI Rocket's doing? That's what I think Vader's about to do, which is a move away from Genesis launches, Vader back to a launch pad, kinda. And you know, I think Vader's going that direction. I also think Flagship is launching with AI Rocket. Just a guess. I think Flagship is launching with AI Rocket. Dude, English is so hard. So it is. It's a great meme. This cycle might be defined as like the stablecoin cycle, which doesn't make sense. I know. But you know what I mean? Like a meme about stablecoins, whatever, View was awesome. Yeah. I think Flagship is launching with AI Rocket. I feel like it. Infamous, good to see you, man. Let me see. You got 200K, so you could check out their terminal. Staked 150K. You're gonna sell 100 or 50K on the pump. Yeah. Cats, what do you think? Do you think Flagship? That's my guess. I think Flagship goes with them, and I think Vader's gonna do exactly the same thing. I think so. I bought. So I was thinking about buying some of that AI Rocket coin, but I bought more Vader instead. I just bought more Vader instead because I'm like, I think they're doing the exact same thing. I'd rather have more Vader. They get so much mind share, so giving, like with the token. They really make it rain tokens. I'm like, Vader's doing that. So I bought more Vader. In fact, I probably want to, if I might have a little money coming today, a couple $100. I might just put it all in Vader. I think, I don't know. I hadn't thought, dude, cats. Because if you look at this is alpha, guys. If you look at AI Rocket, the way they their tease about what's coming, their tease described Flagship. Their tease described Flagship perfectly. Look at that. Extremely excited to announce our next rocket fuel project today. They've been building for the past 3 years. That's Flagship, backed by institutions. I think that's Flagship. Founders are well connected, skilled builders. Product is ready. It's all Flagship. I think it's Flagship tomorrow or today, actually. Was this a today tweet? Okay, today. Cats, they're describing Flagship, right? I can't think of anybody else that would be talking about. Pretty damn sure about that. This is probably not a bad buy right now, guys, even if it's probably a little pumped. That's going to be okay. So what you're looking at basically is like I don't want to call it a launch pad, but maybe, right? Like the launch pad is virtuals, but like launching a token through a project that launches on virtuals. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Rocket's up to what? 3.6 mil. Nice. Yeah, this is definitely pumped, but this goes higher. This definitely goes higher. Wait, is that the real one? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Marty, I'm going to ban you, dude. he's he's fucking with you. Good morning, Barry. Oh, you bought it 3.2, huh? Okay. Yeah, I like so I I've been reading about AI Rocket and liking it and all that. And again, I just went right to Vader and bought Vader because I think Vader's doing the same thing. Marty, I guarantee you got some people. You made a couple of people's hearts sink. Yeah, I like Vader right here. So yeah, I bought right around here, right around 9 mil. And I'm gonna stake it. I probably should stake right now, but and I bet you they reward people who didn't. I was gonna say didn't unstake, but they unstaked everybody on their own, so that ain't it. All right, let me get my points here. Okay, yeah, nothing crazy, nothing crazy. Dude, prototype's the way to go. Genesis is kind of cooked. And I like this idea. If we get multiple launch pads that are competing with each other to launch through virtuals, I like it. I like it. Start raining some rewards on us. Again, this is where Vader's going. It's pretty obvious, but AI Rocket's a really good bet too. They got some hype. And I think it's time to start looking at creator bid with what they're cooking. I teased yesterday, and I'll have more to tease this week, but like I have a couple things coming this week with a couple other people out there. Should be fun. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. Fun shit. People still building, people still pushing. I like it. All right, let's do the Rampage Jackson kid thing first. He's a fuck dude. That kid needs to be locked up. Dude's a monster. All right, let me get these queued up. We'll do them in order. So his kid, Raja. Here we go. Okay, here we go. His kid is wrestling on some kick wrestling league. Dude, if you don't like violence, like this is not super bloody, but it's super violent. Let's get this set up. So he's wrestling in some kick wrestling league. And here's the start. What's up, Hoods? Good to see you, man. Yeah, dude, he fucked up. He should go to jail over this shit. Okay, here's the start. This dude's some, I don't know if it's amateur wrestling. I don't know what exactly it is, right? But I'll just play it. It kind of speaks for itself. Here's the setup, though. This is not like the incident, but this is what like caused the incident or led to it or whatever.
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's what. Oh, you easy. He's not a fucking worker, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
You're good.
What the fuck was that?
You don't sell it?
Dude, he's not a fucking worker, bro.
What the fuck was that? Hold on. I don't play that shit, bro. Nah, I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will. We're good.
I will fuck him up, bro. I don't play that shit.
Sorry about that.
Nah, I will fuck him up, bro.
I know you will. I got you.
I do not play that shit at all.
Nah, I got you. You good. Apologize for that, man. Fix that.
You don't know. All right, so that's Rampage Jackson's kid. Getting into this, like, minor league wrestling shit. This is one of the wrestlers. He is a match, right? And here's the match yesterday. Fucking wild. Oh, hang on. Let me switch tabs.
You!
Hey, you gotta stop this shit, man. Hey. Stop this shit, man.
Dude, there's fucking kids in the audience and shit, right? Savage. It's super fucked up. There's some fucking bombs, dude. That's fucking crazy. Dude's out cold from that slam. He's just teeing off on his head. That's attempted murder. Marty. He goes to jail, dude, over that. You go to jail over that. What's up, Alazar? Good morning, man. You go to jail over that. That's so fucked. It's so fucked up. I'll show you Rampage's response to it, and then we got some like footage of this kid. It's totally real. Like you had to look, and like, I mean, you didn't have to look hard to see if it was just part of the script, and I think it was to a degree, right? Like he was supposed to slam him, but he wasn't supposed to fucking take 22 fucking bombs to the head while he was unconscious. And like, dude, he's like, there's a little shot you get. He's like bleeding out all over all over the ground. Hang on. It's one frame or so you can see it. Like he's fucked up. There. Yeah, he's fucked up. Dude, crazy shit. So, let me find the Rampage reply here. That's like, you go to jail over that. That's fucked. There's one other angle of it too. Actually, the angle, there's another video of them trying to like wake the dude up. Did I not save that? Hang on. I think that's it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Here's from Rampage. Do we got the right tab up? Yep. Cat's right. Like that's real. So here's Rampage. So the dude's dad. Want to clear up misinfo about my son Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit on the side of the head by him moments before the match. So that was the beer can thing. Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was part of the show. It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler, and had no business involved in an event like this. I don't condone my kid's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring a few days ago, had no business doing anything close to physical contact. As a father, I'm deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. So the big guy he beat the fuck out of. That being said, I'm very upset that any of this happened, but my main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf and to Kick for the situation. So there's another video of his kids sparring. There's a whole bunch of guys in the ring, and they're like, they got protective headgear on, and they got gloves on and shit, and they're sparring. And like, he got kicked in the side of the head, like a roundhouse to the head. It wasn't crazy hard, but like harder than you would expect in sparring. And so there's that. Maybe he got a concussion from that. Whatever. No excuses for the fucking savage fucking beatdown. That's crazy. It's fucking insane. Yeah, I'm sorry. You go to jail for that. That's fucked up. Here's him like right after the match too. Again, like this dude's got like uncontrollable rage. It's crazy.
Motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit. One of them little bitch and fucking bit me. I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me and shit. Think I'm always playing and shit. Call me bitch and shit. Not no fucking bitch, bro. At the end of the day, I'm gonna stand up for my fucking self because I'm tired of everybody fucking playing with me, bro. Real shit.
If you're freaking out over being called a bitch, you're a bitch, right? You're a bitch. If you're that like fucking defensive about being called a bitch, you're a bitch.
Come on, man. We're leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. Let's go. Let's go, Roger. Let's go. Roger, let's go. Roger, I'm telling you, let's go. You listen to me. Listen to me, Roger. You need to listen to me right now, Roger. Let's go.
I don't give a fuck. You guys trying to jump me and shit.
Let's go.
You ain't gonna do shit to me, bro.
Let's go,
you can't do shit to me. You can't fuck with me, bro.
Let's go.
You can't fuck with me. Motherfuckers playing with me, bro. Real shit.
Look at this guy though. Hang on. This guy. What the fuck is that? That would be me. It's so ridiculous. Look at this guy. Yeah, dude, he needs to be locked up for a long time. For a long time. This fucking maniac. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see that kid beat this dude's ass. Just would. Just would. That would be cool. I can't take that guy. Yeah, there's one other clip here. This one's not graphic at all, but just trying to wake the wrestler dude up. Dude, what a bitch. Like, really, like, man. Obviously would never say that to the man's face. He would absolutely fucking murder me. But dude, that's attempted murder. That's so crazy. Trying to find any other angles of this. Dude, I don't want to watch that anymore. That's crazy. Jail, dude. Yes, not dude. There better be jail for that. There better be jail for that. Dude, it was that. Yeah, dude. Yes, yes. Yeah, that was like fucking Omni-Man right there. Jesus Christ. Jail.
You gonna get banned for it? It was really bad? That's what Chad was saying. They said it was bad. I hope it was staged. I hope it staged because sometimes people do hardcore. Some people do hardcore pro wrestling.
That looks staged, yeah. Yeah. Who's Sneeko, dude? He's like a producer, right? Like I've seen him do some like work on Kanye stuff, right? Sneeko's a producer, like not a streamer, dude. This dude seems like a good guy. He's like a war vet. What are you screenshotting, Marty? What are you doing? What are you doing? By the way, oh Marty, I'm starting to get he's a streamer. I thought he's a producer. Marty, I'm starting to get the Coinbase texts again. So I got some numbers to send you. He's a streamer though, really. I didn't know. I didn't fucking know. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. This is all just last night, I guess, though. But crazy. That dude could be dead right now. Could have. He's not. Hopefully he actually is awake. That's fucking insane. Yeah, I don't want to watch that now. I do if there's another angle, but lock him up. Neon and Sneeko, Aiden Ross stream. Okay, all right. Okay. So he's not a producer at all, huh? Like he didn't do anything with music? Oh, here's one of the other wrestlers talking about it.
stuff right now. But guess what? Guess what? Get out your cameras right now. Hashtag Rampage Jackson. Rampage Jackson.
This fucking
Rampage Jackson. With all due respect, your son came up and disrespected our show, big dog. So I'm telling you right now, your son came and disrespected our show. If you don't know me, I got barely about like 10 followers online because I'm really not that popping. But today, I'm about to get popping. I'm telling
what if
you right now. So it's freeze underscore KPE, because that's what it is, right? Knox Pro Entertainment. All day, every day, I bleed it, bro. I'm telling you right now. As soon as you cut me, it's red and black. Knox Pro. You know who else was built from here? Another person called Jacob Fatu. Yeah, you know that one, right? You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling you right now. So listen up. You about to ask a question. I'm going to tell you right now. Oh, boy, busting my homie up. His son came here and busted my homie up.
this guy? This guy.
I knew them two wasn't going to college. Rogers and his oldest son, whole life, I knew them two wasn't going to college. And my two Japanese kids, I knew that it was going to college. So I saved up college tuition for the two Japanese kids and bail money for Roger and his brother. So don't fuck with him.
Huh. Oh, hang on. Let me see if this was
Hell no, I don't got no bread, bro. I don't got no bread. That's what I'm saying. That's why I be talking to y'all and shit. I'm just like y'all, nigga. Like, my dad got bread. That's his bread. That's not mine. It's not my bread. He's rich. I'm not rich. He's rich. Feel me? I'm not rich yet. That's why I want to get on brand rich, bro. I've been waiting, bro. You know, it's just been rough. It's been hard on me, bro. It's just really been hard on me, bro. I've been low-key, I've been stressed about it. I've been stressed about a lot of shit, you feel me? You know, but I'm showing y'all like the real deal shit.
bitch. Like, bitch. Yeah. I don't know. Hope that guy's okay, man. Hope that guy's all right. What a bitch. Oh yeah, here's him getting a call that I think this is the call that he's banned, I think.
I just saw the video.
Shit pissed me off though, Andre.
I understand that, but now they can't wake the nigga up. He's fucking in the ring, fucking flatline, bro.
My bad.
Didn't have to do all that shit. I
My bad. My bad.
understand y'all had heat. You didn't have to fucking take it very much.
I'll call you back later.
I just saw the video.
Dude's flatlined. My bad. Oh, dude. People are awful, huh? I was reading too. Flatline just means like, you know, like unconscious. Oh, this kid's retarded.
Disrespect from, I never disrespect you before.
What are you
This
talking?
kid's retarded,
Get the
dude.
disrespect from, I never disrespect you before.
What are you talking about? You know what you did to me on my 7th birthday? You don't remember?
No,
I remember.
I got you a cake.
No,
I got you a gift.
I'm gonna tell y'all what he did on my 7th birthday, chat. That I'll never forget. This is what inspired me to teabag because I never forgot this. He gave me some Ninja Turtle toys, right? And I was like, okay, that's cool.
$2.
You want a hug? I was like, yeah. And I went in for a hug. And your
Anonymous
ass farted
just
in my
hit
face.
$2.
I didn't fart in your face.
Yes,
man.
you did.
Son, I would never do that.
Yes, you did. I remember.
Anonymous.
You
On
don't
your
remember?
7th birthday?
On my 7th birthday.
Nigga, that's a year after I got you from Germany. Why would I do that? Why would I fucking
You thought that shit was funny. I remember that shit like it was yesterday on my 7th
pretty funny.
birthday.
I would never fart in your face.
We was in Big Bear too. You was in camp for that shit. That shit smelled horrible. And you laughed. I started crying and you was laughing. You was over here dying laughing about
Yes, Christian. Yeah. Oh, it's pretty funny. It's funny what kids hold on to and remember, right? Like I remember, I don't remember even specifically what it was, but I remember when I was a kid telling myself to not forget. Okay, here, I remember this. I don't know if this is fucked up. I don't think it is. Like, I remember my parents did something and I told myself, like, you're going to forget what they did, but make sure you remember you don't talk to them anymore when you're an adult. Like, whatever they did was so fucked up and egregious. Like, I knew that when I was older, I wouldn't even remember what the thing was, but I like beat it in my brain that they fucked up real bad and that you like they're done. Like they're yeah, you don't talk to them anymore. As a kid, I remember that. I remember that as a kid, and I still don't remember at all what they did. And I don't remember at all. I was right. I don't remember. But I remember that. I remember that. All right, let's do some crypto shit. I didn't say I don't talk to them. I just said I remember that. I just remember sitting in my room, leaning against the door, like on the ground, leaning against the door. Be like, you're going to forget this, but never forget. That's not you. None of you guys had that. None of you. No, that's a me thing. Huh. Yeah, crypto shit. Let's do that. I think everybody's had their own fucked up, things in their childhood. And then to you, they're normal, right? To you, they're totally normal. There you go. Exactly. I think we've all had that kind of shit. But it is funny. Everybody has their own flavor of fucked up shit that for you is totally normal, and you assume it's normal. And then at some point in your life, you realize how fucked up it is. And like that stuff hit me probably like 5-ish years ago, like way too late in life. And then be like, oh, that was not normal. That was pretty fucked up. Like that wasn't, yeah. But everybody's got their own versions of that. Everyone's got it. Okay. Do we want to check this out for a bit? The Jerome Powell speech. I kind of want to hear. We'll do a quick check on this. Like quick. Let's see if we can get some vibes from this. Dude, I think that must be a thing. Like maybe our age. Like you do a lot of reflecting when you get in your 40s, for sure. Better, dude. If you can get that shit figured out when you're younger, you should. But otherwise, I think there's stuff that happens when you're like late 30s, early 40s that you're like, okay, this is home stretch as far as you being like kind of prime-ish, like being healthy. But you're like, this is the last stretch, like decade or two where you need to go as hard as you can. And you start really thinking about everything and why you do what you do and the reasons and how you correct it and stuff. But I know like really successful people figure that out so much younger.
In the near-term outlook for monetary policy. I will then turn to the results of our second public review of our monetary policy framework as captured in the revised Statement on Longer Run Goals and Monetary Policy Strategy that we released today.
Good point, Carbon. Yeah.
When I appeared at this podium 1 year ago, the economy was at an inflection point. Our policy rate had stood at 5.25% to 5.5% for more than a year. That restrictive policy stance was appropriate to help bring down inflation and to foster a sustainable balance between aggregate demand and supply. Inflation had moved much closer to our objective, and the labor market had cooled from its formerly overheated state. Upside risks to inflation had diminished, but the unemployment rate had increased by almost a full percentage point, a development that historically has not occurred outside of recessions. Over the subsequent 3 Federal Open Market Committee meetings, we recalibrated our policy stance, setting the stage for the labor market to remain in balance near maximum employment over the past year. This year, the economy has faced new challenges. Significantly higher tariffs across our trading partners are remaking the global trading system. Tighter immigration policy has led to an abrupt slowdown in labor force growth. Over the longer run, changes in tax, spending, and regulatory policies may also have important implications for economic growth and productivity. There is significant uncertainty about where all of these policies will eventually settle and what their lasting effects on the economy will be. Changes in trade and immigration policies are affecting both demand and supply. In this environment, distinguishing cyclical developments from trend or structural developments is difficult. This distinction is critical because monetary policy can work to stabilize cyclical fluctuations, but can do little to alter structural changes. The labor market is a case in point. The July employment report released earlier this month showed that payroll job growth slowed to an average pace of only 35,000 per month over the past 3 months.
Marty, what's the screenshot thing? I missed something here. What's he screenshotting, guys? Hang on. Screenshot threats. Threats? Screenshot threats. Like blackmailing shit? Like, sounds cool.
Down from 168,000 per month during 2024. This slowdown is much larger than assessed just a month ago, as the earlier figures for May and June were revised down substantially. But it does not appear that the slowdown in job growth has opened up a large margin of slack in the labor market, an outcome we want to avoid. The unemployment rate, while edging up in July, stands at a historically low level of 4.2% and has been broadly stable over the past year. Other indicators of labor market conditions are also little changed or have softened only modestly, including quits, layoffs, the ratio of vacancies to unemployment, and nominal wage growth. Labor supply has softened in line with demand, sharply lowering the break-even rate of job creation needed to hold the unemployment rate constant. Indeed, labor force growth has slowed considerably this year with the sharp fall off in immigration, and the labor force participation rate has edged down in recent months. Overall, while the labor market appears to be in balance, it is a curious kind of balance that results from a marked slowing in both the supply of and demand for workers. This unusual situation suggests that downside risks to employment are rising. And if those risks materialize, they can do so quickly in the form of sharply higher layoffs and rising unemployment. At the same time, GDP growth has slowed notably in the first half of this year to a pace of 1.2%.
What's this, dude? Wait, is that ICP? Is that their festival thing? The Gathering? Is that what that is? Dude, I remember them. In high school, there was I had this friend group where one of the guys I was like really good buddies with, but they were in a gang. Okay. Man, fucking weird. Do you ever fuck? I'm trying to remember exactly. Okay, there was this group of kids who told everybody they're in a gang. They're in ICP. They're in a gang. And they would they literally believed that they were in a real ass gang, like a real gang. They treated it like that, but they were in ICP, and it was for them. It was like a real fucking deal gang. Some cornball shit. It's like a little rich area too. These guys thought they were in a gang.
Roughly half the 2.5% pace in 2024.
No shit.
The decline in growth has largely...
Okay, if you were a juggalo, did you consider yourself in a gang? Because that's, I think, what these guys were. They didn't do the makeup or anything, right? But they definitely... It was a gang. They told everybody they're in a gang and it's ICP and whatever, yeah.
Largely reflected a slowdown in consumer spending. As with the labor market, some of the slowing in GDP likely reflects slower growth of supply or potential output. Turning to inflation, higher tariffs have begun to push up prices in some categories of goods. Estimates based on the latest available data indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.6% over the 12 months ending in July. Excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.9%, above their level of a year ago. Within core, prices of goods increased 1.1% over the past 12 months, a notable shift from the modest decline seen over the course of 2024. In contrast, housing services inflation remains on a downward trend, and non-housing services inflation is still running at a level a bit above what has been historically consistent with a 2% inflation. The effects of tariffs on consumer prices are now clearly visible. We expect those effects to accumulate over coming months with high uncertainty about both timing and amounts. The question that matters for monetary policy is whether these price increases are likely to materially raise the risk of an ongoing inflation problem. A reasonable base case is that the effects will be relatively short-lived, a one-time shift in the price level. Of course, one time does not mean all at once. It will continue to take time for tariff increases to work their way through supply chains and distribution networks. Moreover, tariff rates continue to evolve, potentially prolonging the adjustment process. It's also possible, however, that the upward pressure on prices from tariffs could spur a more lasting inflation dynamic, and that is a risk to be assessed and managed. One possibility is that workers who see their real incomes decline because of higher prices demand and get higher wages from employers, setting off adverse wage price dynamics. Given that the labor market is not particularly tight and faces increasing downside risks, that outcome does not seem likely. Another possibility is that inflation expectations could move up, dragging actual inflation with them. Inflation has been above our target for more than 4 years and remains a prominent concern for households and businesses. Measures of longer-term inflation expectations, however, as reflected in market and survey-based measures, appear to remain well anchored and consistent with our longer-run inflation objective of 2%. Of course, we cannot take the stability of inflation expectations for granted. Come what may, we will not allow a one-time increase in the price level to become an ongoing inflation problem. So, putting the pieces together, what are the implications for monetary policy? In the near term, risks to inflation are tilted to the upside and risks to employment to the downside, a challenging situation. When our goals are in tension like this, our framework calls for us to balance both sides of our dual mandate. Our policy rate is now 100 basis points closer to neutral than it was a year ago, and the stability of the unemployment rate and other labor market measures allows us to proceed carefully as we consider changes to our policy stance. Nonetheless, with policy in restrictive territory, the baseline outlook and the shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance. Monetary policy is not on a preset course. FOMC members will make these decisions based solely on their assessment of the data and its implications for the economic outlook and the balance of risks. We will never deviate from that approach. So, turning then to my second topic. Our monetary policy framework is built on the unchanging foundation of our mandate from Congress to foster maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. We remain fully committed to fulfilling our statutory mandate, and the revisions to our framework will support that mission across a broad range of economic conditions. Our revised statement on longer-run goals and monetary policy strategy, which we refer to as our consensus statement to save time, describes how we pursue our dual mandate goals. It is designed to give the public a clear sense of how we think about monetary policy, and that understanding is important both for transparency and accountability, and for making monetary policy more effective. The changes we made in this review are a natural progression grounded in our ever-evolving understanding of our economy. We continue to build upon the initial consensus statement adopted in 2012 under Chairman Ben Bernanke's leadership. Today's revised statement is the outcome of the second public review of our framework, which we conduct at 5-year intervals. This year's review included 3 elements: Fed Listens events at reserve banks around the country, a flagship research conference, and policymaker discussions and deliberations supported by staff analysis at a series of FOMC meetings. In approaching this year's review, a key objective has been to make sure that our framework is suitable across a broad range of economic conditions. At the same time, the framework needs to evolve with changes in the structure of the economy and our understanding of those changes. The Great Depression presented different challenges from those of the Great Inflation and the Great Moderation, which in turn are different from the ones we face today. At the time of the last review, we were living in a new normal, characterized by the proximity of interest rates to the...
I don't think we'll make it through the whole thing, by the way. but I need to listen to these more. This is pretty awesome.
Effective lower bound, or ELB, along with low growth, low inflation, and a very flat Phillips curve, meaning that inflation was not very responsive to slack in the economy. To me, a statistic that captures that era is that our policy rate was stuck at the ELB for 7 long years following the onset of the global financial crisis in late 2008. Many here will recall the sluggish growth and painfully slow recovery of that era. It appeared highly likely that if the economy experienced even a mild downturn, our policy rate would be back at the ELB very quickly, probably for another extended period. Inflation and inflation expectations could then decline in a weak economy, raising real interest rates as nominal rates were pinned near zero. Higher real rates would further weigh on job growth and reinforce the downward pressure on inflation and inflation expectations, triggering an adverse dynamic. The economic conditions that brought the policy rate to the ELB and drove the 2020 framework changes were thought to be rooted in slow-moving global factors that would persist for an extended period. And they might well have done so, if not for the pandemic. The 2020 consensus statement included several features that addressed the ELB-related risks that had become increasingly prominent over the preceding 2 decades. We emphasized the importance of anchored inflation, longer-term inflation expectations, to support both our price stability and maximum employment goals. Drawing on an extensive literature on strategies to mitigate risks associated with the ELB, we adopted flexible average inflation targeting, a makeup strategy to ensure that inflation expectations would remain well anchored, even with the ELB constraint. In particular, we said that following periods when inflation had been running persistently above 2%, appropriate monetary policy would likely aim to achieve inflation moderately above 2% for some time. In the event, rather than low inflation in the ELB, the post-pandemic reopening brought the highest inflation in 40 years to economies around the world. Like most other central banks and private sector analysts, through year-end 2021, we thought that inflation would subside fairly quickly without a sharp tightening in our policy stance, as this slide will show. When it became clear this was not the case, we responded forcefully, raising our policy rate by 5.25 percentage points over 16 months. That action, combined with the unwind...
Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah. Jesus Christ, Mr. Powell. Just cut some rates. Let's just do it. Just do it, bro. Let's peek at football.fun. Any of you touching it? Any of you trading, playing, whatever? Is it too late? It might be too late. I don't know. I don't know. It feels like flavor of the moment. Could be wrong. Probably wrong. Feels like it. Oh, anyway. Chances of rate cut falling. I do like this, by the way. We like just briefly talked prediction markets yesterday, and I do think we'll be using them more. I think that's kind of obvious. But they're interesting for hedging your bets too, like big time. Like really interesting to hedge your bets. Like perfect example here, betting on rate cuts. Bet on no cut. If there's no cut, you win. If there are rate cuts, you lose, but all your coins are going up, right? Like kind of awesome. Like kind of fucking awesome. I need to do that. I do. I need to get on Myriad or fuck any of them. Any of them. Any of them. Really, Marty? You digging it? You digging it? Football.fun. Let's peek at that. Let me kill all these. God, that sucked. And I don't know the mechanics here. There is some kind of penalty for selling, so that's yeah, there's some interesting shit there. But I assume because of the way people are talking about it that I've already missed it. Pretty sure, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, also, I'm not going to get into this now because I need to research it more. But there's like there's another agent ecosystem that's really coming up. It's like a science agent platform, bio something. There's a token coming out called Bio. I know Confusion is like super bullish on this, So definitely worth checking out. Marty, that's cool. Like I love soccer. I don't watch it, but that was like my sport growing up, right? So I think that's kind of cool. There it is, by the way, Bio Protocol. I see some good people super bullish on that. It's worth checking out. There are AI agents as part of this thing. So token launches, you get into these pre-sales, kind of like virtuals, very low FTVs you get in at. And it's worth watching. The main token, though, is like a 600-700 mil FTV, like cooking, absolutely cooking. So then this thing launches tomorrow. Aubrey, first sale on the Launchpad. Just putting it on the radar for right now. We'll probably make some time to get into it on the Swarm Report this week. This platform here. It's going to get super competitive in the agent Launchpad ecosystem, right? Like Virtuals is it's your leader, but Creator Bid's coming on really strong right now. And then Bio might give them a run for their money too. Virtuals need to step up like quite a few things. I like them. I'm not hearing a lot of good stuff about them on the backside, like from the teams and communications there to like the community. It's like pretty lacking in a lot of spots. Oh shit, Carbon. Let's see. Let's see, dude. Carbon, where'd you send that? I don't see it. Yeah, but where? Or you're gonna send it later? Because I don't see a DM. Also, I'm very behind in the DMs. But yeah, I'll peek later. Anyway, peek at bio.xyz. There's definitely something happening here. Let's go look at football.fun though. Let's see if we can figure out something there. Here, we'll use Kim's post here. I'm not signing up, but sweet Kim has got her referral link out there. Again, I'm not signing up, but I do want to look. I wouldn't know how to play this because I don't follow it, right? So I can't play because I don't know how to set up a team. If it was like fantasy football, I'd probably do it. Dude, do we have like a fantasy football, not like soccer football? Do we have like a fantasy football thing? Like project? Like Sorare, I think, does football. Yeah, Carbon, I don't see a DM from anything, but yeah, I don't know. DraftKings is done, right? They had their thing for a minute. Again, Sorare, I think, does fantasy football. But there's not one thing that's really exploded in fantasy sports, other than Sorare. I'm really surprised by that. I even thought like NBA Top Shot, because they do kind of fantasy basketball, kind of. I thought that would explode. I'm really surprised it hasn't. Oh, you know what? Let's check out. They got a trailer. Let's check that out. All right, let's see. By the way, Marty, like, what are you spending on something like this? Like, what does it cost for somebody to get some skin in the game?
The definitive platform for proving how well you know ball. Win tournaments, earn rewards, and rip packs. Each with...
Dude, I love that. Like, that's maybe like the perfect example of what I think It changes when the Clarity Act passes. Right? DraftKings got sued. So DraftKings, instead of like fighting and trying to continue on, they shut down their their fantasy platform. The like NFT side of it, right? But I'm hoping Clarity Act passes and all of a sudden you get people who are actually building like these like massive fantasy sports platforms that have like NFTs and crypto baked all through it. I kind of think that's going to happen. I don't know if football.fun, like, do you need a VPN to be playing on there? But like, that's the exact kind of thing that I think the Clarity Act changes. And that's why I'm so optimistic about like the next year and even like many years. Like the products are going to change. It's not just like more money's coming in. So like our bags pump, like that happens, but we'll get some new platforms and like some major shit, some major platforms. Anyway, that looks cool. Oh, it's on base too. Nice. Yeah. Like this makes sense. Not surprised it's doing well. We'll see tons of fantasy sports platforms. I'm just still shocked we hadn't seen more. And I think it's just like with the DraftKings things. I think there was like it was too gray an area here in the States at least. But that changes like in a month. It is cool. It is cool. So we'll get fantasy baseball and football and basketball and more soccer, and there'll be tons of platforms, and prediction markets probably turn into similar like fantasy sports stuff too. It's just a lot of like crossover overlap there. But that's going to get awesome. Carbon, I see your tweet. Wait, is this another alt account? Dude, how many accounts do you have? I got you now. I see it. Gotcha. All right, cool. Cool. Anyway, I like it. It's cool. I'm not going to play it. As big as soccer is, even if you think it's kind of later for this, I don't think maybe it is. Yeah, if you like that shit, maybe worth getting into. I see like Easy yesterday tweeted out he's up thousands. I want to say he put in like 10 grand. Like he dumped some money into it. Let me see. Dude, we fucking love Capy, huh? Goddamn, we love Capy. Dude, it's gonna do so well. I can't wait. I'm pretty excited about the Capy bags. Just a fun token too. Oh, Bobby, I'm waiting for a reply back, dude. If you want to do a Spaces tonight, a Capy hour. We should be doing it. We should be doing a weekly Capy hour Sunday evenings. Reminds me like SPX always did that. They probably still do, right? SPX has like a weekly Spaces. I don't know if other like big meme coins do that, right? But like we need a weekly Capy hour. And not a video stream too. It needs to just be a Spaces and get the community up and all that, right? Yeah. Yep. Oh, appreciate you, man. I just threw Capy in the title. I just do that when I'm extra lazy, but I'll do my part. That's for sure, man. How is it looking? How are we looking right now? Yeah, again, not bad. Not bad. I'm gonna poke Bobby again, see if he wants to. I bet he'd be down, dude. Like I heard him on that big old Spaces like 2 weeks ago. He does great up there. So let's see if he wants to start doing a weekly Capy hour thing. I'll co-host with him. I'll run it. I'll run the thing. He can just show up. And I know the community would turn out for that. We can get a big old space going. I know people would show up for that. What's a Bellins, guys? What is a Bellins? Hang on. This caught my eye. Fucking Big Will's great at that. Hey, okay. I'll peek. I don't know with Kong. I don't know. I like it because just by default, I like everything Kong's. Right. But all that matters, I've always thought this applies to like fucking influencers and projects and platforms. Like these things don't have to be like the world doesn't need to pay attention to them. If you build the thing that it can work in your ecosystem and be sustainable and like this, it's not a coin that has to hit a 20 mil market cap or FDV or 50 mil. Like if it can maintain a few mil FDV and it keeps people happy and engaged and doing stuff with the art for the NFTs and whatever else, then it's a W, I think. So I'm not thinking Kong is like the next $100 million, NFT project brand coin. I don't think that's happening. I'm not sure if it's 10 mil, like 5 to 10 mil is where I see Kong. I don't think 30, 40, 50 mil. And I could be way wrong if they got the tokenomics, if the tokenomics allow it. And they do have that interesting stuff, right? Stake to get whitelists, which is huge. Like I'm definitely staking. They have phenomenal whitelists. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm rooting for it. I think it's a good idea, and I'm rooting for it and all that. But do I think we're gonna? Yeah, do I think we're gonna make a ton of fucking money on Kong? I hope, and I'm not sure. Okay, who's this dude? Not Ethermat. Yeah, I don't know what a Bellins is. Hang on, did somebody reply to that? Yeah, no. What is a Bellins? Has to be one of the biggest Bellins on the platform. Toxic, annoying, negative, everything we want to get rid of. Do yourself a favor if you're following, just block or mute him. I can guarantee you life. Okay, hang on, let's see. Is that this guy? Is this him? Is that the same dude? Let me see. If that's the same guy and this is like an alt account, I kind of like this guy. And he's a little negative, but he's like finding shit on chain improving. I think Will's like a super negative account, which is a bummer. Will's not toxic or annoying. He is bordered on toxic a couple times, but he's figuring out the influencer game. He's definitely negative though. Will's kind of negative, but also I get what he's doing. He's trying to build his audience and brand and shit. This guy, again, same thing-ish. This guy's doing stuff on chain. He fucks up by putting stuff out there that he doesn't know, and he'll put like on-chain stuff, and and then he'll say, "But I don't know if this is what's happening," and it's kind of weird. I think some of these guys when they tweet, there's collateral damage. This guy definitely does that. Being tagged in some conversations about Vader insiders dumping their bags. Don't have an access to Vader chats, so we'll look on chain. As you can see, the screenshot from Deck Screener. Dump rally started at 9:12 a.m. UTC. Token distribution began at 9:08 a.m., where most whales got their tokens. So in the 4 minutes between distribution and first dumps. Interesting. Going further, checked a few TG trench chats I'm in. The first person there noticed Vader airdrop at 9:12. Huh. Let's see. What was negative about that? I didn't see that any negative or funny. I saw plenty of people. Oh, it's a British insult. Okay. Got it. I like it. I saw plenty of people saying they thought there was some insider shenanigans going on with the Vader thing. This is not the only dude to say it. I saw some guys I like a lot who were saying this shit. So I don't know if Will is talking about this dude. Like if that's his alt account. I'm guessing that's it. Yeah, I don't agree, Will. Sorry, dude. I think his posts are interesting enough, right? And there's, again, a lot of people are saying that they feel like some big whales got tipped off about this thing. And the chart makes it look like that, for sure. The chart definitely looks a little suspicious. A little. Don't know. I'm not like no accusations. Who knows? And also don't care. Everything is insider trading here. Everything. Yeah, I don't think this guy is. This guy's doing what a lot of guys are doing. If there's a negative thing, he's trying to at least back it up, but he's trying to get some attention and make some money doing some of this stuff. Like, it's the game. It's the game. But no, I don't think that's a bad dude who you shouldn't follow. Yeah, I like following him. Dude, I got so much NSFW stuff on my feed now because that stupid Lily Turner agent. The fuck. All right, what else is going on? Probably ending today pretty early. We got my daughter's got a band thing at school. They're playing today's cool. They're playing for veterans. Oh, funny enough, I was telling them about okay, you guys know the troops that are deployed in DC? Apparently they're deploying troops in Chicago next, which is wild. I'll have to go down and say hello. But yeah, I think they're deploying troops in Chicago next. I was telling my daughter about it, and she thought it was like the same. She thought they were deploying these military veterans that they're playing for today. She's like, I know we're playing for them. Like, no, different. It's different. She's like, no, it's them. It was cute. Dude, my feed is fucked. But it's yeah. Okay. I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole this morning. What the fuck? I just got caught like with clickbaity kind of videos, dude, like super fucking normie kind of videos. The ending of Shutter Island, the last 2 minutes of that. I got stuck watching that this morning. Just random stuff. Hang on a second. Is this a Barbara Streisand picture behind that? Or is Ellipsy? Is Ellipsy a chick? Huh. I'm too stupid to know. I don't know. Oh, shit. Clips performed. I don't know if they've been performing, but that's cool. That's cool shit. All right. Guys, anything else like super cool out there? Like super fun? Oh, let me pull that. This, I meant to talk about this last week, guys. I think it's a big deal. You know, because like while the market's just kind of sideways, it's weird saying that a week ago was all-time highs, right? And ETH all-time, in the past week, we've had, let's say past 10 days, we've had 2 significant all-time highs. And we don't feel euphoric. There is nobody talking about it, right? It's like, it feels like a big old nothing burger, right? But dude, check this out. As far as people like searching for crypto, all-time high. This is as of a week ago. All-time high for I'm sorry, not all-time high, year high, 12-month high for crypto searches worldwide. And it doesn't feel like it, dude. It feels pretty damn quiet here. And I think it's just the work and back to school and summer mode and switching off and changing gears and shit. And this has an effect on the market at some point. It does. People are paying attention. But I thought that was super interesting. 12-month high here. In fact, it's got to go back even further than that. Let's go. Curious how it stacks up to previous. Actually, damn. I mean, that's like, it's about the highest it's been since like December. I mean, dude, almost the peak of almost like the peak of last cycle. It's almost right there. So if we were a 77, a week ago, 81 was the peak of last cycle. Well, no, that's not fair. Okay. Peak was May 2021. Price peak was November 21. It's interesting, dude. It's really interesting. This time last cycle, and if we're trying to make any comparison, it was really low in August. Anyway, it's interesting shit. People are paying attention. They are, and will be more and more. This is not where we peak this year. I don't believe that at all. I don't think that's our peak at all. Also, I think like agents is trending way up, and yeah, there's some People are paying attention to all the shit we're in, which is awesome. All right, dudes, I'm going to wrap there. Short Sunday stream. I got to, so I had an idea for what to do on Sunday streams. Like, look, when the market gets way hotter, plenty to talk about, plenty. But like right now, because Saturdays are 3, 4, 5 hours and we just get into so much there. Shit, we didn't even look at NFTs. Like we got to do that. We talk about so much Saturdays, a little less to talk about Sundays. So what I want to do is start picking a single topic or platform or something and like do a deep dive into it. Like a deep dive into a specific thing. Or maybe that's where we start doing the, like more of a community chat. But like I want to have something different for Sundays. Again, when the market picks up, there's just so much going on. So it wouldn't matter then. But yeah, just thinking Sundays could be really cool if we had something else to, dive into. Yeah, sales are going to finish way down this week. I don't think we'll get to 130. Dude, we're going to hit like a maybe a 2-ish month low for NFT sales. Interesting. It doesn't feel that dead. Also, I'm hearing FUD around Modest, and I love that. I was surprised to hear FUD, and I love it. It makes me think that, like, if you FUD the Cabal sometimes, like, digs their heels in, and they kind of prove a point, kind of, right? Like, there's something there. Yeah, hearing FUD about Modest actually made me a little more bullish on Modest. Hang on. We got a problem with Magic Eden where they get like floor NFT stuck sometimes. Like they're not there. I'm kind of curious if the floor really is 4.18 or if it's actually like 4.5. Yeah, it's like 4.5. Yeah. Very cool. And then White Dude floor is now 5 ETH. Yeah, nice. V1's looking great. A lot of talk about them too. You like something changed on the timeline. You've got like a lot of people getting very chatty about V1 punks. It's good. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing. And then pretty sure we talked about this at the front, but these things ripped to like 1.69. Wow, they're down to 1.3. But like, what were they yesterday? Right around 1. And I said I wouldn't be surprised to see them 2x in a week. They almost did it yesterday. These were at a 1.69 floor for a minute yesterday, for most of the day yesterday. These are going to be back there. These will live over 2 ETH soon, probably like 3-ish, maybe 4. Maybe, when things get crazy, I kind of think these are 3 to 5. Watch for these to pull back. If these get to 0.75, I think a pretty spicy price. And we'll legit end this time, but we'll end on Modest because I am bullish on those. Again, the FUD made me more bullish on them in a way. What? We don't go today? Huh. All right. Offer is basically mint price here. Interesting. Yeah, 0.042. Look, you get a refund on these at like 0.025, so your downside risk is just that, right? Anytime you want, you redeem them for 0.025 ETH. Throwing offers at mint price, 0.037. Write it out. I think these are going to cook still. I do. I like them. Probably going to buy more. All right, boys. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Great guest on tomorrow. It is, I'll pull it up here. By the way, hit like, follow me over on Inside NFTs on YouTube. And there we go. Inside NFTs on YouTube. Now, Monday through Friday, live over on the Crypto Slam account. And we have the Hollywood agent team on tomorrow. That's the first ever Genesis launch. First ever Genesis launch on virtuals, right? So we're kind of time machine going back to like, March? Whatever that was. They're awesome. Couple other awesome guests coming this week. One of guys, I'm not doing an official tweet till I have like another check-in and make sure like we're on, but virtuals is supposed to be coming on this week. We've got it on the calendar. I just want to touch base and make sure we're still good. But I think Thursday we got Don, head of virtuals ACP, coming on the show. So definitely want to catch that. They do not go on shows often. So that should be fucking cool. And I think we got another 1 or 2 shows to sprinkle in there too. So should be a fun week. There we go. Guys, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.